Hey guys, this is Bryan with Status Skateshop in Carlsbad, and I'm with my buddy Lorenzo from Surfskate 101. And today we are checking out the Curfboard systems. These are pretty amazing trucks, Surfskate trucks out of Germany. You can tell they're not spring-based, they're not bushing-based. These are very easy, fluid, moving front trucks with still a stable back truck. Pretty exciting Surfskate to ride. I've really been enjoying it on flat ground. So I came out here today to talk to Lorenzo, who's been taking a lot of students onto Surfskates, skating with them on flat, skating with them at the skate park, working in the bowl. So I just wanted to get Lorenzo's thoughts on the Curfboard trucks.
Yeah, Brian, I'm pretty impressed. I was pretty surprised because they didn't have any bounce back. So I thought that was going to be my #1 issue, is to get here and you do a kick turn in here. But I've played with it. They instantly go back, so you don't have that fear. As far as the Flatland, it's an amazing tool, just as good as any board, probably one of the top boards in my opinion. How it flows, how the back follows the front, and it feels like you're surfing. So when I want my surf students to get better, we get on these because it's exponentially quicker progression to improve your surfing. So you want a board that's going to feel like you're surfing, same mechanics, same movements, and this has been one of the top boards that I've ridden. I feel like they're a little bit lighter than everything else. I feel also my more advanced students, I take them in the bowl. You got to be a little bit of aware of swing weight, how much weight is in the front, so you don't get hung up. And it does make a difference because if it's too much pressure to get that front end turn, these flow so good on the walls at speed. The other cool thing that I noticed is sometimes with the trucks that have a spring or a bushing, you want to self-correct, and they'll give you a little speed wobble on the walls, and it's really scary when you're at speed. I never had an issue. You saw me skating around, and that felt super comfortable, going as high as I wanted, which normally in surf skating, you don't go that high at all. I was pushing it just to see what the boards do. So super impressed with these boards, and if it's something you're going to carry at the shop, I'm going to highly recommend them.
Well, absolutely.
For my students, for sure. So
I've found that one thing I've noticed is when I'm riding this on flat, often with a surf skate, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on the front end, and I'm putting that side-to-side pressure. I'm working on my pumping, and I'm kind of muscling that front end. Yeah. With this board, I feel like I'm able to use the back end, really tilt it in the direction I want to go, and then my front foot just almost gets out of the way. I'm creating room for that front end to turn, whether I'm going toe side or heel side. How does that sound relative to surfing?
It's right on point, Brian, because in surfing, if you put too much pressure or you push too much on the front foot, you're going to bury the rail. So you just end up going over the bars, and we call it burying the rails. It's just not fun. When you get into a turn, you get used to some boards that you're required to do that. If you train on those, they can default in the water where you push too much and you bury the rail. And that's happened to me before. So really had to be aware of getting back on the tail, but then the board didn't feel good, didn't articulate as well. So these naturally do that, and at first I was a little hesitant to go more on the tail, but the progression was super smooth. There's a little hesitancy at first, but it felt so natural. Now I push it as hard as I can, and like you said, your foot kind of gets out of the way and it goes in the direction you're looking, or rotating your hips and shoulders. So a dynamic tool for that, for improving your surfing, for whether you're on a short board, a mid-size board, or longboard surfboard. So
one thing we have done to both of these is we did add a D-wedge to the front, so we're slightly lifting the front end of that front truck. We've found that subtle difference really makes for a stronger ride. I'm really not quite sure why, but I'm glad we do it. So typically, I think in the videos that'll accompany this, we are riding with that wedge kit installed. So just be aware of that. If you are buying a Curfboard from Status, we do sell these as completes We sell them as completes with those wedge kits. We're also selling just the trucks completely separately, or the trucks with the wheels and the bearings. So a lot of different ways to get that surfboard experience, either with the existing deck setups or a custom deck setup. We have one of these with the sole boardy back at the shop as a demo board, so that's pretty cool. This would be fun on a lot of different Surfskate decks, which do really well with these trucks.
Yeah.
All right.
Super stoked on them. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
Get over to Status. Now. You.
I think we're gonna have a new channel called the Whippersnappers.
Whippersnappers. Let me put my teeth in first.